Okay. All right. So what we're going to do today, all right, is use trig ratios to solve for angles, all right, and not sides. So we can actually use trig ratios to solve for angles instead of sides. Okay, so let's put in some information here into our triangle.
Wait, we're using trig ratios? I don't know.
Yep.
This. I don't know this.
We all don't know this, Chris, before we learn it.
Yes.
No, I don't
Chris,
know.
just please, will you just give it a chance and we'll go practice, because, I mean, we have to continue, okay? So, thank you. All right, just give it a
I thought you
chance.
were gonna say please, shut up or something.
No, but just please stop. Just stop and let's listen to what's happening, okay? And just follow along, okay? Because we have to do it anyway. So.
But I don't understand.
You have not seen anything yet, Chris. So please just listen and try and follow along. If you have Chris, cool it. Okay. If you have a question, ask me a question. Right now, I need you to stop talking though. No, I just want you to stop. Okay. Shh, Justin, you don't help. Justin, please don't try and help. He doesn't. Okay. Chris, I didn't ask you either.
All right, moving on.
I don't appreciate that. Okay? Thank you. So, measure of angle A is what we want to find here in our right triangle. Okay? We don't have that. So, this is a bit of a different kind of question now, because how do we solve for angles? We haven't done anything where we solve for angles. But we do have our trig ratios, which not only relate sides and let us solve for sides, but they also relate angles with sides. Okay, so if we want to find specifically angle A here, okay, this angle, well, we have this side 19. Now, what is 19 in relation to angle A? Is it opposite, adjacent, or is it hypotenuse?
Opposite.
It's the opposite, okay? So we have the opposite side from angle A. What is 36 in relationship to angle A?
Adjacent.
It's the adjacent leg, right? So, which trig ratio has both of those things in it, opposite and adjacent leg? Which part of SOHCAHTOA though? Which one has opposite and adjacent? Tangent. So we're going to write tangent, okay, of angle A. Okay, tangent of angle A. Justin, I asked you to close that. Will you close it, please? Yeah. You're taking Tetris notes. You did not have. We have not seen this yet. Thank you, Justin. I promise. After you've done the homework, you can go right back to it. What's that? Yeah, I know. Somehow, who knows? I wonder how that happened. No. Okay, anyway. So, tangent of angle A equals. Now, what's the ratio of the sides? Remember, tangent is opposite, so 19 over adjacent, 36. Okay. So now the question is, what do we do from here? Because we don't want to know what tangent of angle A is. We want to know just plain old angle A. What is its value? Well, if you go, hang on, Chris. If you go to your calculator, I'll get to questions in a second. If you go to your calculator here, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Sorry, I know people are still writing, so I'll try and let people finish. So it's tangent of angle A equals 19 over 36. If you go to your calculators, if you have a graphing calculator like I do, okay, or even on those scientific calculators, if you downloaded one, you'll see that the sine, cosine, and tangent buttons above them in yellow on my calculator, or if you have a nicer calculator, it's in blue or something. They have these commands: sine -1, cosine -1, tangent -1. Those commands allow us to get the angles. Okay, so here's how here's how that's going to look. When you have this kind of setup, we just flip the tangent over to the other side, but we say tangent to the -1. That means tangent inverse of 19 over 36. Okay, so it kind of flips over, kind of cancels out on this side and flips over to the other side here, and we get tangent inverse. We basically, so it's not tangent times angle A, it's tangent of angle A, and so when we do tangent inverse on both sides like this, this is what we're going to write. Okay, tangent inverse 19 over 36. And so you go to your calculator. I'm going to zoom out some so I can fit it all on the screen there. And we're going to type second tangent. That's how that allows you to get that command there, 19 over 36, just like that. Hit enter, and there's your angle. Angle A is 27.8 degrees.
Tangent 1936, just to see what it gets.
Yeah, it's gonna be some funky decimal. So you want to use second tangent because you want to get the angle A by itself. So you want to cancel out tangent here and bring it over here. So it's tangent inverse 19/36. Okay, and that's all. That's it. That's it. Chris, you had a question. What was your question? You had you were going to say something earlier, and I asked you to wait. What's your question? Okay, no, that's fine. If you come up with a question, no, feel free to ask.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna try.
How white people.
Yeah, you did. We were supposed to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a bit funky. This one would have been hard to guess. That's why I didn't. Yeah, that's why I didn't ask for it.
Usually you ask us to, like, guess.
Yeah, sometimes, but in this case, I don't think this one was too weird to ask. So, okay, now, so we found the measure of angle A. Now, well, of course, the next question might be then, what's the measure of angle B? Okay.
Still don't understand how you can.
All right. Well, we're going to do another one here. So the measure of angle B. So again, we got A was 27.8 degrees. Okay. Does anyone think they have it and want to try and set this angle B one up?
Well, of course, we don't even need to do it, because we can take 27.8 and add it to 9, and subtract it.
So yes, that's true, Justin. Very good. So we could, because we already have two angles, we could subtract the other two from 180, and we would get 62.2. Whoops. I think it's 62.2 degrees. Yeah.
Where do you get 180 degrees from? The angle measure?
Well, if we have two angles in a triangle, Chris, and we want to find the third missing angle, to find it, you can just subtract from 180. Yeah.
Wait, so what's 90? Which one? Oh, the right angle.
The right angle. Yeah.
And then 7.8.
Yep.
Oh, so you're trying to. Oh, because you already know A, you get B then. Oh, so that's why.
Yep. Now, but let's check our answer using trig. So what trig ratio could we use here for angle B? So again, Chris, angle B, 36 is opposite angle B, right? 19 is the adjacent leg. So which trig ratio has opposite and adjacent in it?
Could you fix the T and what is
Tangent. Say what's the matter? Oh, the T here.
the R thing?
Okay. So we can say tangent of, again, angle B. We don't know what angle B is. Okay.
Wait, yeah, we do.
Well, we do, but we're going to pretend we don't, so we can solve for it. Okay. What's the ratio going to be? What over what over here, Chris?
Does it have 19 over 36 in it?
So it does have 19 and 36, but but again,
19 over 36.
it'll be 36 opposite over 19 adjacent.
How do you know it? Oh, because you do based off of...
Where B is
So
opposite
based off of...
over adjacent.
So
Yeah.
the opposite... So the...
Opposite.
Opposite of the adjacent leg is...
Opposite of angle B.
So angle B's adjacent leg is 19.
19.
And opposite is 36.
Right, and A, they flip-flop. A, the adjacent leg is 36, the opposite is 19, because they're different positions.
The angles.
The angles.
So you have 36 over 19.
Yep.
So you're setting up a ratio?
Yeah, another trig ratio. But now we're going to do tangent inverse. So we're going to say angle B equals tangent
What does that mean?
inverse. It cancels out tangent. Okay, guys, whoever's playing with their phones, cut it out, please. Thank you. Okay. So tangent inverse of 36 over 19. Type in your calculator. Second tangent,
Wait, you press second
tangent, and then 36 over 19, close parentheses, hit enter.
36 divided by 19. 52.17590.
Which would round to 62.2.
Yeah.
And so that matches what we think we should have gotten here.
So tangent so equals 62.2 degrees. Alright, I think
So you see they match. That's good, as we want. Okay, we're going to do one more example here, and I'll get you guys started on your assignment.
Wait, so we just set up the ratio,
Mm-hmm.
and then we set up the ratio, and then for angle B of tangent. When we figure out which one we use.
Yep.
Then we set up the ratio.
Yep.
And we do the tangent or
Inverse,
whatever.
or sine inverse, or cosine inverse. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we find out that, and then we can check for the second one we get by doing what you did with the.
If you want to, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Or you don't have to check either. You can just go ahead and just use the fact that they add up to 180 and under 80. That's fine too.
I think I actually get the one.
Woohoo! All right, next.
We're already about to do our assignment.
Last example. I know. Yeah, we're almost
That's
done.
crazy. We barely got notes.
Well, I could add some more examples if you want to, Chris.
No, I'm good.
All right, fair enough.
I actually get this.
Good. Okay. So this will be the last example. We're going to find the measure of both acute angles here. Okay.
When you put numbers like for a triangle, you just make them up, like you just make up this 93 and that 46.
Sometimes, of course, when you have have to be careful, right? So, for example, it would not make sense to put the 46. It would not make sense to switch these two, and why is that?
Because your hypotenuse is the biggest.
It's got to be longer, right? Yeah. So
It might not necessarily be a right angle because my triangle is inaccurate.
that's fine. Just as long as you have it labeled correctly, that's what's most important.
This square kind of doesn't even fit in.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Justin. So, Justin, we want to find the measure of angle J here. Okay.
So we're gonna find 46, right? 46, 90.
So, yeah, what is 46 in relation to angle J? Is it opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse?
Opposite.
Opposite. Okay, and what's the 93?
Jason.
It is adjacent, but it's not the adjacent leg.
Technically,
It is technically adjacent, though. You're right. But we wanted, yeah, we're going to call it hypotenuse because it's opposite the right angle there. So, what trig ratio are we going to use here to find angle J that has opposite and adjacent, or sorry, opposite and hypotenuse in it?
sin.
Yes, sine of angle J equals the opposite side 46 over the hypotenuse 93. Okay.
So you look at each of them, figure out which one of them would be.
So angle J, right, is the angle we're asked to be solving for.
Disrupting.
You know what I said.
Right. Okay. So angle J, okay, is the angle we're trying to solve for. We have this side, we have this side. Angle J, right, opposite that is the 46, so that's the opposite, and then the 93 is the hypotenuse. So what trig ratio has opposite and hypotenuse? So sine, right, opposite and hypotenuse. So sine of angle J is 46 over 93. So far, so good?
I'm not distracted.
Okay. All right.
Bryce had a distraction.
All right, Chris, you need to focus up here and stop.
Disruption.
Okay. So sine is opposite of hypotenuse. That's why we use sine there. Okay? So, now, to finish solving here, angle J equals, and we press second sine, 46 over 93. So you get the angle J is about 29.6 degrees.
Wait, so just by doing.
Ooh, I'm sorry, I want to do this.
Don't we need to do the inverse thing?
Yep,
Yeah, you were.
I forgot that step.
Yeah. But I thought you're supposed to like correct it or stuff.
Nobody's.
Well, there's...
You said you can get 100% on all your tests.
I would, yes. Because I'd be grading it too,
But
so...
you know what you messed up.
It's, well, fair enough. Anyway, 29.6 degrees is the answer there for angle J. Okay, Chris? Okay. Did you have a question, Ishep? Okay.
You got the same thing.
After my
Then
question.
what's the purpose of that step? You get the same exact thing.
I put it in there just because it shows exactly what we're doing, that's all.
Wait, but why do we have that if we just get? we
If
can
you-
get it from-
If you want to skip it, you may. That's fine.
We can mark it off?
No.
So that's just to show.
Which is why I skipped it initially, because you don't need to show it.
Well, you forgot.
Just show it what to type in your work.
But wait, so you don't, like, so it's just to show us, like,
What to type in your calculator.
yeah.
Okay, so there it is. And so the last one here, we could, again, subtract from 180. Let's set it up using trig, though, just so we can get that experience. So let's go to Trevor. So Trevor, angle K here. We could get it from subtracting from 180, but let's do it using trig. So if I want to find angle K, what is this side here, what is the 46 in relation to angle K? Is it the opposite to angle K? Is it the adjacent leg, or is it the hypotenuse of the triangle? Very good. Okay, so adjacent leg, and what's the 93? Hypotenuse. So what trig ratio has adjacent leg and hypotenuse? Yeah, cosine. So we're going to write cosine of angle K equals adjacent leg 46 over hypotenuse 93. Okay?
So like on a test, like, if we do like we subtract 180 from 90 and 29.6, like would that be wrong, or do you want us to like solve like each individual one like this?
Great question. I won't care either way if you decide to just go ahead and subtract from 180 rather than, you can subtract from 180, that's fine.
So as long as we, so the same idea with the other one, like as long as we find the degrees you want us to find.
Yeah, if you find the first one, then you have two, you can easily find the third one
We
then.
don't need L though because it's already 90, we gotta get.
Right. And just to check our answer here, if we do 180 minus 90 minus the 29.6, sure enough, we end up with 60.4 degrees, which is what we should have got.
I actually understand this.
Good. Okay, so
I think.
that's
Why
it.
don't you say